chess allows everybody to be an artist, no matter who you are. I think just the freedom to express yourself is the inspiration, what attracts people to the game. It's all just really pure creativity from the mind. So it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter what gender you are, or ethnicity, it means nothing. You can't help but your own style come out through it. Everyone has their own style, and so as an artist, you develop your own style through the chessboard. It's not fake, it's who you are, it comes out. Yeah. And in many ways, I think when I don't play who I am, then you find yourself out of position.
I never realized when you told me that the players that you work with and teach, actually you can see their personalities in their game. It was amazing to me.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah, it is. It's whatever style that person is, whether he or she is super aggressive or passive, or however their personality is, it comes out through the board.
I'm fascinated by chess, always have been. The things I heard about chess that related to art and related to being creative were that you see patterns on the board that happen, and for me it's a visual thing. It's a visual thing for any artist. Are there patterns that are recognizable to you that help you play the game creatively?
You have your pieces, and they each do their own thing. They each have their own strengths and weaknesses. You play the board. You do what the board tells you to do. Whatever patterns are on the board, is it closed position? Is it an open position? You save yourself some time by just knowing, well, with this pattern, knights are stronger, so you want to keep your knights. Because that is the art in using the tactics. How do you use them? Recognizing the patterns, and then what tactics to use to get to it. Like you have a strategy, and then you have tactics. Your strategy is your overall plan, so whatever plan you're after, let's say it's, like in that case, I knew that I needed to get my queen to that position and whatever. So that's the plan.
Right.
Now the tactics that I use to achieve that's what becomes artistic.
As a sculptor, there's certain patterns that I see. There's certain repetition of line, repetition of form, and that becomes a reason for the decisions I make creatively, and make each part in the composition justified. It's a circumstance, like in chess, where your opponent in chess would move somewhere. Maybe I have associated that with, because of the material I'm using, I am limited to using it in this fashion. And since I'm using it in that fashion, I have to accommodate that certain characteristic of that material or that style that I'm trying to execute. When you're given restrictions, that's when I feel that you need to be most creative, thinking outside the box and coming up with a solution to a problem.
Checkmate.
Yeah, pretty much most of my work is personal. It comes from what I'm going through at the time. Usually I'm doing it without realizing, like I was creating and I wasn't sure what was happening, and then looking back, I'm like, oh, it's exactly what I was going through in my life, but through this, so it was through that perspective. It's amazing how it happens. So I don't think I can separate from that. I think most people, you're just kind of like, it's your experience and that's what you're making it. Working with a choreographer and collaborating with them and getting ideas, I immerse myself in whatever the topic is, whatever they're trying to explore. I completely just dive in, and then it extends not just to dancing. I'll write a lot, I'll do drawings, I'll do wherever that idea takes me. I'll just use that as a channel and then bring it back to the dance. there's this balance you find as a dancer between being in your head and then realizing you're in an audience. And there's these magical moments that you reach where you're just between those two. And it's like you're not even, it's like you're present, but you're not present at the same time. And I remember specific moments of just being hit with, whoa, just these like, basically revelations while, as I was dancing.
Playing the guitar is a technical skill. It can be broken down into science. There's chords, chord progressions, scales and things like that. Where the creativity comes into is how you manipulate that to, your particular style. It goes back to those roots of, say, just a regular pentatonic scale. You can play those particular notes in whatever any given mood that you're in. It's what can you do to make it unique and make it your own, I guess. It doesn't have to be so complex. Sometimes really simple sounds together create the ultimate effect of what you're going for. So you could have these face-melting solos that have their place, but sometimes just a few well-placed notes fits the goal of that given little piece of music. Who knows, when you sit down you might come up with something that you're just like, wow, that sounded really nice. Make mistakes, see what doesn't work, see what works. Yeah, every time's like a new little journey, new little experience, a little trip, if you will. See, something's not quite right about that. Oh, Christ. Son of a bitch. Well, that's all off. That was just rotten. That's all that happens. Like I said, it's that rare piece of music that you come across that sounds good together. Every time I pick up the guitar, I'll probably play this, roots of the same things, but never a full piece twice. There's always something new or something left out or something added. Even around a campfire, if you can just create something, if you can make everyone stay up 2 hours later singing songs when everyone was gonna crash, I guess that makes me happy. Spend so much time creating a masterpiece, or you could create a masterpiece that's never going to be seen ever again. It's just spot of the moment, and then it's gone.